Hey, and welcome back. Today I'm sharing with you my December monthly manis. I cannot believe it's the middle of February and I'm just now recording this. But anyways, the first mani I wore was Mooncat Lacquer's Pandemonium. It's kind of like a metallic-y red with sparkle. This was fine. It had a nice formula, nothing to write home about. I'm not overly impressed with Mooncat Lacquer, and that might have a little bit to do with it, like my feelings about it, but it was pretty. It just, was nothing special. All right, then I wore an old school KB Shimmer Holly Batgirl. Beautiful white Christmas crowley with red and green metallic glitters. Nothing overly unique. White crowleys with red and green glitters are very popular. However, I love this one. It's, like I said, old school. And then I went just a little bit more twinkle. So on top, I wore gold by my brand Never Naked by Jackie. The gold didn't really show up that well in pictures. It was just a very subtle gold sparkle, but I did like this one. Okay, then I did a twin with my bestie Barb. We wore OPI's Let's Scrooge. A really pretty green, and it has these beautiful like blue shifting flakies. So pretty. See that beautiful bluey shimmer? That didn't show up that well in my pictures, but in real life it was there and it was really pretty. I really like this one. It had a nice formula too. Okay, then I did a really fun mani. I have been wanting to experiment over the years, or I should say I haven't really wanted to experiment with that that trend where people wear different manis on each hand, and people have been doing that a lot in the last couple years, and I just could never really get on board. But I finally thought that Christmas would be the perfect time to do it. So on my left hand, I wore Zoya's Honor, and then on top, I wore an unnamed green sparkle bomb that I made years ago, and this was so beautiful. And then on my right hand, I wore OPI's Red Hot Rio, and then an unnamed red sparkle. So this was super blingy, super beautiful. I had green on one hand, red on the other. It was so sparkly, and because it was a holidays, I didn't really feel weird having two different manis. I actually wore this to a little Christmas party that I went to. No one there was like a nail person, so no one even noticed or commented that I was wearing a different mani on each hand. But this was super blingy and absolutely beautiful. And I was actually tempted to wear this again on Christmas, but I wanted to wear some other polishes too. Okay, then I did a twin with Lisa. We each wore different green undies. Did she use green undies? I think she ended up wearing green undies too, but the main star was what we wore on top. But for my undies, I wore Chill Out by Sally Hansen. Beautiful green. So I did one coat of this, and then on top, we each wore Rogue Lacquer's Poison Apple. We got this from Polish Pickup September, which was meant to be a Halloween polish for October, but we both knew that this was going to be a perfect Christmas mani, and this was absolutely gorgeous. I could have built this up 3 coats on its own, but I opted to do 2 thin coats over 1 coat of the green, and this was just amazing. I absolutely love this polish, and I'll definitely be wearing this again next year. Okay, then you guys, this mani was so beautiful. This actually ended up in, so did this, one of my favorite manis of the year. I used Essie's Marshmallow as my jelly. This is a white jelly. And then sandwiched in between, I wore Rogue Lacquer's Santa's Shattered. This was absolutely gorgeous, you guys. I don't know what it is about this, but I just loved it so much. So you have these little metallic red and green shards, which, nothing special about red and green for Christmas. And then these platinum shards. Now I will say, when the jelly was, when this was jellied in between the white, the silver didn't show up as silver. The white masked it, and it looked more like white shards. So the mani looked more like a jelly sandwich with red, white, and green. And I just loved it. It looked almost like a green and red peppermint bark manicure. It was just so beautiful, and I really loved this. Okay, then I did an almost twin with Barb. We each wore different silver bases, and then we wore a matching top. For my base, I used Zoya's Serafina, which I picked up, I think the year before during Zoya's 70% off sale in December. Really, really pretty and interesting. And then on top, we each wore Night Owl Lacquer's Twinkling Lights. I picked this up, I think the year before during their Black Friday sale. And this is a topper. This looks like Christmas baubles. So, so pretty. This manicure, I liked it, but I didn't love it. Love this. I love sparkly silver, sparkly gold toppers. However, I've never been a fan of silver and gold opaque polishes on my nails. I don't know. I just have never loved them. Love them as toppers, but as opaque undies or, just opaque polishes, I just don't love them on my nails. However, I really like this topper, and next year I want to try to wear this over something else other than silver. And as always, I love twinning with my friends, so that was fun. Okay, then I wanted my nails, I wanted like a Christmas cookie manicure. The Christmas cookies where they're kind of like soft yellow, like sprinkle cookies, where they're like soft yellow and then they have the green and red, sprinkles. I really wanted to mimic that, so I used Elevation Polish Limestone, which is a very soft yellowy beige, and it has little kind of like bronzy pink flakies and then little gold sparkle. And then on top for my sugar cookie sprinkles, I used Noodles Nail Polish All the Jingle Ladies. I really like this. I thought it was spot on and looked exactly like a Christmas cookie. It was exactly what I was going for. However, no one in my family could tell what it was. Like I asked them, what does this look like to you? And none of them could say sugar cookie. And then even when I told them sugar cookie, they're like, okay. But you guys all said it did look like sugar cookie. So let me know what you think. I'm going to include the pictures of sugar cookies, but I really liked it. It was fun. Okay, then I wore OPI's Things I've Seen in Auber Green. I've been wanting to wear this for a couple years now. This is a beautiful, beautiful green. Look at that. Kind of like I don't know, it's not quite mossy, it's not swampy, it's kind of like a dusty in between. I don't know, it's really, really beautiful. And then on top, I wore my thinned out version of Rogue Lacquer's Put a Wreath on It. And this looked exactly like a Christmas wreath, with ornaments. It was really, really beautiful and I liked it. Okay, then I wore my blue and silver mani for the month, for, December. I wore Essie's Step Out of Line. This polish is absolutely gorgeous. I love this. I loved it so much. Such a beautiful formula that I actually ended up wearing this on my toes for like a month and a half. Beautiful. And then on top, I wore Essie's Once in a Blue Moon. So I want to say I think I just did one thin coat of this, to not be so thick and gritty with all these glitters. And then I did 2 coats of this, I believe. And I like this. I didn't love it. It's not my favorite mani that I've ever done, but I liked it. Okay, then I had to work Christmas Eve and Christmas. So I wanted something, fun and blingy. So I wore Kale, like one or 2 coats. I think I did 1 coat of Ace by Kale, just classic red. And then on top, I did a couple coats of Morgan Taylor's Good Gossip. Really beautiful red sparkle. And this was pretty. It was sparkly. It was fun to wear for Christmas. All right, then after that, I wanted something really blingy. I wore Never Naked by Jackie, my brand, White Christmas, a white with pretty gold flakies. And then I wanted to amp up the bling factor, so on top I wore another polish by my brand, Haunted Disco Ball. This was so beautiful, you guys. I really, really liked this one. So beautiful. These are just platinum and black shards, and it was just, I don't know, it was so pretty. It was blingy, but also kind of like understated at the same time. I don't know, I just really, really like this. All right, and then my last mani of the year, I also had to work New Year's Eve, New Year's, and then I don't know if I worked New Year's the 1st, but I definitely had to work New Year's Eve, and I wanted something really blingy and beautiful. So I wore 1 coat of black, just a matte black by Restore by Polish, and then I wore 1 like medium coat of Monarch's Tinseltown Romance. You guys, this was stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, by the time I wore this polish, I had already filmed my favorite manis of the year because I knew that I wasn't gonna have time to film it afterwards, and it was a collab, and we were supposed to put it up by maybe like the 31st, I'm not sure. And I wasn't gonna have any other time to record this video, so I had already recorded the video. But if I hadn't recorded the video yet, this 100% would have gone into my favorite manis of the year because this was absolutely stunning. It was just so beautiful. It was so decadent, and I just really, really loved it. And for sure, we'll recreate this mani sometime in the future. All right, guys, that was everything that I wore in December. If you guys have any comments, leave them down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.